Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Evening Podcast for August 20, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, the global bond market is experiencing a significant adjustment, with longer-dated bonds hitting multi-year highs in several countries, including the US, Japan, Germany, and France. This trend is driven by expectations of higher interest rates, inflation fears, and concerns about high levels of government borrowing. Secondly, the conflict between the US and Iran has escalated, with the US announcing new economic measures against Iran, aiming to further isolate the country and pressure its leaders to return to the negotiating table. This move is likely to have far-reaching consequences, particularly for China, which is Iran's largest trading partner. Lastly, the US has officially designated Myanmar scholar and US citizen Min Zin as wrongfully detained by China, making his release a top priority, especially with Chinese President Xi Jinping scheduled to visit the White House in September. The detention of Min Zin has become a significant point of contention between the US and China, with implications for bilateral relations and human rights advocacy. These stories highlight the complex and interconnected nature of global events, and we will continue to provide updates and insights as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. We begin with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, where Russian strikes have resulted in the loss of life and injury to many civilians. The situation remains volatile, with both sides accusing each other of violating ceasefire agreements. Our thoughts are with the people of Ukraine as they navigate this difficult time. In other news, the International Criminal Court has condemned the United States for imposing sanctions on its president and a trial lawyer, calling it a flagrant attack on the court's independence. The European Union has expressed solidarity with the ICC, stating that they stand firmly behind the court's officials. We're also following a developing story in Spain, where migrant women are speaking out about the sexual harassment they've faced in crisis-hit areas like Ceuta. Their stories highlight the need for increased protection and support services for these vulnerable populations. On a more positive note, New York is witnessing a surge in whale sightings, with humpback whales frequently spotted off its southern shores. While this has brought joy to many, it also underscores the importance of implementing policies to protect these marine creatures from the threats posed by boat traffic in one of the world's busiest ports. Lastly, in entertainment news, Grammy-winning artist Angelique Kidjo is set to perform at the upcoming Africa Music Festival, celebrating African music and culture worldwide. Her performance promises to be a highlight of the event, which aims to promote unity and diversity through music. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, NVIDIA has made headlines with its recent deal to secure long-lived infrastructure for its compute business, but concerns over circular financing have left investors skeptical. The company's partnership with 6 major financial institutions to launch compute financing platforms is seen as a push to mobilize outside capital and reduce exposure to risk. However, regulators are keeping a close eye on the situation, and only time will tell if NVIDIA's gamble will pay off. In other news, the banking landscape is evolving rapidly, and individuals are faced with a multitude of options when it comes to selecting a financial institution. With online banking on the rise, competition among banks has increased, resulting in better interest rates and lower fees for consumers. To make an informed decision, it's essential to weigh the pros and cons of different types of banks, including national banks, community banks, online banks, and credit unions. Lastly, PepsiCo's dividend has emerged as a beacon of stability for investors amidst economic uncertainty and shifting consumer preferences. The company's commitment to its dividend program, with 49 consecutive years of increased payouts, is a testament to its dedication to delivering value to shareholders. However, investors will be closely watching the company's ability to navigate the challenging market landscape, particularly in the second half of the year. Remember, a well-informed decision is crucial in establishing a successful and stress-free financial experience. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louise. As we continue to explore the vast expanse of the universe, astronomers have made a groundbreaking discovery that is shedding new light on the mysteries of the cosmos. The detection of a black hole star, a previously unknown type of astronomical object, has sent shockwaves throughout the scientific community. This phenomenon is believed to be responsible for the enigmatic little red dots that appear in the distant universe. In other news, NASA has announced that it is calling off its mission to rescue the Falling Swift Observatory, a satellite that has been orbiting the Earth since 2004. Despite this setback, NASA plans to use the Link spacecraft to gather data on rendezvous operations, which will inform future satellite servicing missions. As we gaze up at the night sky, the moon, now in its first quarter phase, is a beacon of wonder, illuminating our path to understanding the cosmos. The UK-developed CosmoCube satellite, poised to orbit the moon, will utilize our lunar companion as a shield, blocking Earth's radio noise to detect faint whisper signals from the dawn of time. These discoveries remind us of the awe-inspiring complexity and beauty that surrounds us, and invite us to explore, seek answers, and ponder the infinite wonders that lie beyond our terrestrial bounds. As we stand at the threshold of this new discovery, we are compelled to embrace the beauty of the unknown, pursue the truth with unrelenting curiosity, and cherish our responsibility as stewards of the Earth, nestled within the vast expanse of the universe. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Tonight, we'll be summarizing 3 compelling stories that have made headlines in the world of sports. Firstly, we have a developing story in college football and the NFL, where a recent court ruling has allowed experienced players to return to the collegiate level, potentially disrupting the balance between college and professional football. This decision has significant implications for both college programs and NFL teams, as it could lead to an influx of seasoned players returning to school. Next, we're examining the controversy surrounding private equity firm Black Bear's acquisition of several ice rinks across the country. The company's emphasis on profit over people has raised concerns among parents, coaches, and local officials, who claim that the firm's practices are pricing out families and limiting access to recreational programs. This debate highlights the tension between private investment and community needs in youth sports. Lastly, we're looking forward to an exciting matchup in Major League Baseball as the Washington Nationals face off against the Texas Rangers. With both teams vying for a statement win in their respective divisions, this game promises to be a thrilling clash of power and pitching. We'll be keeping a close eye on the performance of key players like Jacob Berger and Andrew Alvarez, who will play crucial roles in determining the outcome. These stories and more will continue to unfold in the coming days and weeks. Tune in tomorrow for further updates and analysis, and remember, as the great Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Kurl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, a court in Bali has sentenced a Swiss tourist to 1 year in prison for insulting the island's sacred Hindu observance, known as Nyepi, or the Day of Silence. This case serves as a poignant reminder of the significance of respecting local customs and traditions, especially in foreign lands. It encourages us to pause and consider the impact of our words and actions on others, fostering greater understanding, respect, and empathy. Secondly, we're reporting on a devastating gold mine collapse in the Central African Republic, which has resulted in the loss of at least 40 lives and critically injured several survivors. This tragic event underscores the dangers and uncertainties associated with mining activities, and the need for responsible practices and regulation to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future. Despite the challenges faced by this community, the people of Zimbabwe are coming together to support each other, showcasing the resilience and strength of the human spirit. Lastly, we're following a developing story from Pennsylvania, where a tragic collision between a small plane and a police helicopter has left 1 person dead and 2 others injured. The incident is under investigation by the National Transportation Safety Board and the Federal Aviation Administration, and our thoughts are with the families of those involved. These stories remind us of the importance of cultural sensitivity, responsible practices, and community resilience. As we navigate the complexities of our increasingly interconnected world, it's essential to consider the impact of our actions on others and to foster greater understanding, respect, and empathy. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Can we talk about the latest news and entertainment? We've got a royal update on The Princess Diaries, a prestigious award for Naomi Watts, and a battle brewing between YouTube and Netflix. Let's start with Anne Hathaway, who's dishing out details on the upcoming third installment of The Princess Diaries. Julie Andrews won't be reprising her role as Queen Clarice Rinaldi, but Hathaway is all about respecting her decision and moving forward with a new script that's got everyone excited. I mean, who doesn't love a good princess story? Moving on to the Zurich Film Festival, Naomi Watts is being honored with the prestigious Golden Eye Award for her outstanding performance in The Housewife. This woman can act, folks. Her range is incredible, and she's proven it time and time again in films like Mulholland Drive and King Kong. She's a true Hollywood gem. Now, let's get to the juicy stuff. The battle between YouTube and Netflix. It's all about the creators. Baby YouTube is offering exclusive deals to its top talent to keep them from jumping ship to Netflix, which has been poaching YouTubers left and right. But here's the thing. If you sign with Netflix, you might face consequences from YouTube, like being left out of marketing campaigns or missing out on major brand deals. It's a tough decision for creators, but one thing's for sure, the future of online content creation is about to get a whole lot more interesting. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenborough.
Thank you, Joan. First, we celebrated the winners of a prestigious photography competition that showcases the beauty of the natural world and the importance of conservation efforts. The winning images, taken by photographers from around the globe, demonstrate the diversity and complexity of our planet's ecosystems and the need to protect them. Next, we explored a growing trend in eco-friendly landscaping, where homeowners are transforming their lawns into vibrant, biodiverse habitats by replacing traditional grass with native plants. This movement not only benefits the environment, but also has the potential to increase property values and promote sustainable practices. Finally, we delved into the controversy surrounding Nepal's hydropower sector, where a recent Supreme Court verdict has halted the development of projects in protected areas, sparking debate among stakeholders about the balance between economic growth and environmental protection. As we navigate these complex issues, it's essential to prioritize transparency, accountability, and sustainability to ensure that our economic and environmental interests are aligned. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenborough for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.